Hello everyone. My name is Peter. Welcome back to Sleep English, the channel where you can listen to English for 30 minutes every day while you sleep. I am very happy to see you here again. Every night, I will tell you a simple story. You do not need to think hard. You do not need to write anything. You just need to relax. Close your eyes and listen to my voice. This is a good way to learn English. When you sleep, your brain still works. It can remember words and sounds. So today, we have a new topic for you. Let's get ready. Take a deep breath. Relax your body. Close your eyes if you want. And now, let's begin. Let me invite you to join our topic today, my friends. Friends are very important in our lives. Everyone needs friends. Friends make us happy. Friends help us when we are sad. Friends play with us when we are bored. Today, I want to tell you about my friends. I have many friends, but I want to talk about a few special ones. My first friend is Tom. Tom is my best friend. We met at school when we were 7 years old. We sat next to each other in class. At first, we did not talk much. But one day, Tom dropped his pencil. I picked it up and gave it back to him. He said thank you and smiled. After that day, we became friends. Now, Tom and I do many things together. We play football after school. We do homework together. We eat lunch together every day. Tom is a kind boy. He always shares his food with me. When I forget my book, he lets me use his book too. Tom is honest. He never lies to me. If he makes a mistake, he says sorry right away. I trust Tom very much. He is like a brother to me. My second friend is Anna. Anna is a girl in my class. She is very smart. She always gets good grades in math and science. But Anna is not proud. She is very humble. When I do not understand my homework, Anna helps me. She explains slowly and clearly. She never makes me feel stupid. Anna is also very funny. She tells jokes that make everyone laugh. Sometimes, when I feel sad, Anna knows how to cheer me up. She says funny things or makes silly faces. I feel better right away. Anna loves reading books. She reads many stories about adventure and magic. She often tells me about the books she reads. I like listening to her stories. Anna is a good friend because she is kind, smart, and funny. My third friend is Jack. Jack lives near my house. We have been neighbors since we were babies. Our mothers are friends too. Jack and I grew up together. We used to play in the garden when we were small. We built sandcastles. We rode bicycles around the street. We caught butterflies in the summer. Jack is very active. He loves sports. He plays basketball, football, and swimming. He always invites me to join him. Sometimes I am tired, but I still go because it is fun to be with Jack. Jack is brave too. One time, a big dog ran towards me at the park. I was very scared, but Jack stood in front of me and told the dog to go away. The dog ran off. I felt safe because Jack protected me. Jack is a loyal friend. He always stands by my side. My fourth friend is Lily. Lily is a quiet girl, but she is very caring. She notices when someone is not feeling well. One day, I had a headache at school. I did not tell anyone, but Lily saw my face. She asked me, "Are you okay, Peter?" I said I had a headache. She gave me some water and told the teacher. The teacher let me rest in the nurse's room. I was very thankful. Lily always pays attention to her friends. She remembers our birthdays. Every year, she makes a small card for each of her friends. It is not expensive, but it makes us feel special. Lily teaches me that being a good friend does not need money. It just needs a caring heart. Friends also help each other grow. My friend David loves music. He plays the guitar very well. One day, I told him I wanted to learn guitar too. David did not laugh at me. Instead, he said, "That's great, I will teach you." Every weekend, David comes to my house. He teaches me simple chords. At first, it was hard. My fingers hurt from the guitar strings. But David was patient. He said, "Don't worry, Peter. Practice makes perfect. After a few months, I could play a simple song. I felt very proud. David is a good friend because he shares his skills with me. He does not keep his talent only for himself. He wants his friends to learn and grow too. Sometimes, friends can have small arguments. This is normal. Nobody is perfect. One time, Tom and I had a fight. It was about a football game. I said he made a mistake. He said I was wrong too. We got angry and did not talk to each other for 2 days. It felt strange not talking to my best friend. I felt lonely at lunchtime. I missed our jokes and our games. On the 3rd day, Tom came to me and said, "I am sorry, Peter. I should not have shouted at you." I also said sorry. We shook hands and became friends again. This taught me an important lesson. Real friends can fix their problems. They do not stay angry forever. They talk, they listen, and they forgive. Friends also share special memories. Last summer, my friends and I went to the beach together. Tom, Anna, Jack, Lily, David, and I all went with our families. We built a big sandcastle. We swam in the sea. We played volleyball on the sand. In the evening, we sat together and watched the sunset. The sky turned orange and pink. It was very beautiful. We took photos together. Everyone was laughing and happy. That day is one of my favorite memories. I still look at those photos sometimes. They remind me how lucky I am to have such wonderful friends. Friends can also be different from us. And that is okay. Tom likes football, but I like basketball more. Anna likes reading, but I prefer playing video games. Jack is very active, but Lily is quiet and calm. We are all different, but we still love and respect each other. Being friends does not mean we must like the same things. It means we accept each other, even with our differences. This is an important lesson about friendship. We should not expect our friends to be exactly like us. We should appreciate their unique personalities. Another good friend of mine is Michael. Michael moved to our school last year. At first, he was very shy. He did not talk to anyone. He sat alone during lunch. I felt sorry for him, so I decided to talk to him. I sat next to him and said, "Hi, my name is Peter. What is your name?" He looked surprised, but he smiled and said, "My name is Michael." From that day, we started talking more. I introduced him to my other friends. Slowly, Michael became more confident. Now, Michael is a happy and talkative boy. He often says, "Thank you for being my first friend at this school." This experience taught me that being kind to new people can change their life. A simple hello can make someone feel less lonely. I also want to tell you about my friend Sarah. Sarah loves drawing. She draws pictures every day. She draws flowers, animals, and cartoon characters. Her drawings are very beautiful. One day, she drew a picture of me. I was very surprised. The picture looked just like me. I said, "Wow, Sarah, you are so talented." She smiled and said, "Thank you, Peter. I practice every day." After that day, Sarah started teaching me how to draw. At first, my drawings were not good. My lines were shaky. My colors were messy. But Sarah did not laugh at me. She said, "It's okay, Peter. Everyone starts as a beginner." She showed me how to hold the pencil correctly. She showed me how to draw simple shapes first. Slowly, my drawings became better. Now, I can draw simple pictures too. Sarah taught me that learning something new takes time and practice. She also taught me that a good friend is patient when they teach you something. Another friend of mine is Kevin. Kevin is very helpful. He always tries to help people, even strangers. One day, we were walking home from school. We saw an old man carrying heavy bags. Kevin walked up to him and said, "Excuse me, sir, can I help you carry your bags?" The old man smiled and said, "Yes, thank you, young man." Kevin carried one bag, and I carried the other one. We walked with the old man to his house. He thanked us many times. He even gave us some candy. On the way home, Kevin said, "It feels good to help people, right?" I agreed with him. This small moment taught me that helping others makes us feel happy too. Kevin is a good example of kindness. He does not help people because he wants a reward. He helps people because he has a kind heart. Friendship is not only about human friends. Sometimes, our friends are animals too. My friend Lily has a dog named Max. Max is a friendly golden dog. Whenever I visit Lily's house, Max runs to greet me. He wags his tail happily. He licks my hand. Max makes everyone feel welcome. Lily says that Max is like a member of her family. She takes care of him every day. She feeds him, walks him, and plays with him. Watching Lily take care of Max, I learned about responsibility. Taking care of a pet is similar to taking care of a friend. You need to be patient, caring, and consistent. Sometimes, being a good friend means saying difficult things. My friend Tom once had a bad habit. He often forgot to do his homework. His grades started to drop. As his friend, I felt worried about him. One day, I decided to talk to him honestly. I said, "Tom, I am your friend, and I care about you. But I am worried about your grades. Maybe we should study together after school." At first, Tom felt a little embarrassed. But he understood that I was trying to help him, not criticize him. We started studying together every afternoon. Slowly, his grades improved. Tom later told me, "Thank you for being honest with me, Peter. A true friend tells the truth, even when it is hard." This experience taught me that sometimes, being a good friend means having brave and honest conversations, even if they feel uncomfortable at first. I also remember a time when my friends and I worked together on a school project. Our teacher divided the class into small groups. My group included Tom, Anna, and David. At first, we had different ideas. Tom wanted to make a poster. Anna wanted to write a report. David wanted to make a short presentation. We argued a little bit about which idea was best. But then, Anna suggested, "Why don't we combine all our ideas? We can make a poster, write a short report, and also present it to the class." Everyone agreed. We worked together for 1 week. Each person did a different part of the project. In the end, our project was very successful. Our teacher gave us the highest score in the class. We were very proud. This experience taught me that teamwork is powerful. When friends combine their different ideas and skills, they can create something amazing together. Friends also help us discover new hobbies. Before I met David, I never thought about playing guitar. Before I met Sarah, I never thought about drawing. Before I met Jack, I did not enjoy sports very much. My friends introduced me to new activities that I now enjoy. This shows that friends can open new doors in our lives. They introduce us to new experiences we might never try alone. I am thankful for this, because now I have many hobbies that make my life more interesting and fun. I remember another special day with my friends. It was my birthday last year. I did not expect a big celebration, because my family was busy that week. But when I arrived at school, my friends surprised me. Tom, Anna, Jack, Lily, David, Sarah, and Kevin were all waiting with a small cake and balloons. They sang, "Happy Birthday," together. I felt so happy that I almost cried. Anna said, "We wanted to make your day special, Peter." That moment taught me how much my friends cared about me. It was not an expensive party, but it was full of love and thoughtfulness. I will always remember that birthday as one of the happiest days of my life. Friendship also means respecting boundaries. Sometimes, a friend needs space and quiet time. One day, I noticed that Lily seemed tired and quiet. I wanted to ask her many questions, but I decided to give her some space instead. I simply said, "Lily, if you want to talk, I am here, but if you want to be quiet, that is okay too." She looked at me and smiled softly. Later that day, she came to me and said, "Thank you for understanding, Peter. I just needed some time alone." This taught me that being a good friend also means respecting someone's need for space, without forcing them to talk. I also learned an important lesson about jealousy in friendship. One time, Anna won a big award at school for her science project. I felt a small feeling of jealousy inside me, because I also wanted to win an award. But then, I remembered that Anna is my friend, and I should be happy for her success. I walked up to her and said, "Congratulations, Anna, you worked so hard for this." She thanked me and said, "I could not have done it without your support during practice." Her words made me feel proud instead of jealous. I realized that true friendship means celebrating each other's success, not competing against each other. Sometimes, friends also help us become braver. I used to be very afraid of speaking in front of the class. My heart would beat fast, and my hands would shake. One day, our teacher asked me to give a short presentation. I felt very nervous. Before my turn, Jack whispered to me, "You can do it, Peter. Just look at me if you feel nervous." During my presentation, I looked at Jack a few times. Seeing his friendly smile made me feel calmer. I finished my presentation successfully. Afterward, Jack said, "See, you did great." This small support from a friend gave me the courage I needed. Friends can help us become braver, just by standing beside us. As the years passed, I have learned that friendship requires effort from both sides. It is not only about receiving kindness, but also about giving kindness. I try to remember my friends' birthdays. I try to check on them when they seem sad. I try to celebrate with them when they succeed. I try to forgive them when they make mistakes. And I hope they forgive me too when I make mistakes. Friendship is like a garden. If you want it to grow beautifully, you need to water it every day with kindness, honesty, and care. Tonight, as you listen to this story, I hope you remember your own friends. Maybe you have a friend like Tom, who is loyal and trustworthy. Maybe you have a friend like Anna, who is smart and funny. Maybe you have a friend like Sarah, who is talented and patient. Or maybe you have a friend like Kevin, who is always ready to help others. Whoever your friends are, remember to appreciate them. Friendship is truly one of the greatest gifts in life. I also want to tell you about my friend Emma. Emma loves cooking. She learned how to cook from her grandmother. Every weekend, she tries a new recipe. One day, she invited me to her house. She said, "Peter, do you want to learn how to make cookies with me?" I said yes, because I love cookies. We mixed flour, sugar, and butter together. My hands got messy, but it was fun. We put the cookies in the oven and waited. The smell was wonderful. When the cookies were ready, we ate them together. They tasted delicious. Emma smiled and said, "See, cooking is not hard. You just need practice." After that day, I started helping my mother cook dinner sometimes. Emma taught me that cooking can bring people together. It is not just about food. It is about spending time with someone you care about. I remember another friend named Oliver. Oliver comes from a different country. His family moved to our town last year. At first, Oliver spoke English a little differently. Some students laughed at his accent. I felt sad for him, so I decided to sit with him at lunch. I asked him, "Oliver, can you tell me about your country?" His eyes lit up. He told me about the food, the music, and the festivals in his home country. It sounded very interesting. I learned that different does not mean bad. Different means unique and special. Soon, other students became curious too. They started asking Oliver questions. Slowly, Oliver made more friends. Now, everyone enjoys listening to his stories. This experience taught me that we should never judge someone because they are different. Instead, we should be curious and open-minded. We can learn so much from people who come from different backgrounds. One time, my class went on a school trip to the mountains. It was a 2-day trip. We stayed in small cabins. At night, it became very cold. I forgot to bring a warm jacket. I started shivering. My friend Jack noticed this. He said, "Peter, take my extra jacket." I brought 2. I said, "Are you sure? Won't you be cold?" He said, "Don't worry, I have another sweater too." I felt very thankful. That night, I stayed warm because of Jack's kindness. The next morning, we walked up a small hill together to watch the sunrise. The sky turned pink and orange. It was breathtaking. Jack said, This is why I love school trips. We get to see beautiful things with friends. I agreed with him completely. That trip created one of my favorite memories with my friends. Sometimes, friendship also means lending a helping hand during difficult moments. One day, Anna forgot her lunch money at home. She looked worried during lunchtime. I noticed she was not eating anything. I walked up to her and asked, "Anna, are you okay?" She explained that she forgot her money. I said, "Don't worry, you can share my lunch today." I split my sandwich into 2 pieces. We shared it together. Anna said, "Thank you so much, Peter. I will pay you back tomorrow." I said, "You don't need to. Friends help each other." The next day, Anna surprised me with a small snack as a thank you. This small moment reminded me that friendship is about sharing, even when we do not have much to share. I also remember a difficult time when my friend Michael had to move to another city because of his father's job. When he told us the news, everyone felt sad. We had become such good friends over the past year. On his last day at school, we organized a small farewell party. We wrote him a card with kind messages. Sarah drew a beautiful picture of our group for him. Kevin gave him a small gift. Michael cried a little, and so did I. He said, "I will never forget you all. Thank you for welcoming me when I was new here." Even though Michael moved away, we still send messages to each other online. We share photos and stories about our daily life. Distance did not break our friendship. It just changed the way we stay connected. Friendship also teaches us how to apologize properly. One day, I accidentally broke Sarah's favorite pencil case. I felt terrible. At first, I was scared to tell her, because I did not want her to be angry with me. But I knew that hiding it would only make things worse. I walked up to her and said, "Sarah, I am really sorry. I accidentally broke your pencil case. I will buy you a new one." Sarah looked surprised, but she said, "Thank you for telling me the truth, Peter. It's okay. Accidents happen." I felt relieved. The next week, I saved my allowance and bought her a new pencil case. She loved it. This experience taught me that honesty and taking responsibility are very important in friendship, even when it feels uncomfortable. I also want to share a story about teamwork in sports. Last year, our class had a football competition against another class. Jack was our team captain. Before the game, he gathered everyone and said, "We are a team. We win together, and we lose together. Let's support each other, no matter what happens." During the game, I missed an important goal. I felt disappointed in myself. But instead of blaming me, my teammates cheered me up. Tom said, "It's okay, Peter. There is still time. Let's try again." With their encouragement, I felt motivated again. In the end, our team won the game. We celebrated together, jumping and shouting with joy. That day, I learned that true teamwork means supporting each other, especially during mistakes, not just during success. Sometimes, being a good friend means noticing small changes in someone's mood. One afternoon, I noticed that Kevin seemed unusually quiet. Normally, he is talkative and cheerful. I asked him, "Kevin, is something wrong?" At first, he said, "I'm fine," but I could tell something was bothering him. I said, "You can talk to me if you need to." After a moment of silence, he told me that his parents had been arguing a lot at home, and it made him feel worried. I listened carefully without interrupting him. I said, "That sounds really hard, Kevin. I'm sorry you're going through this. I'm here if you need to talk anytime." He thanked me for listening. Sometimes, people do not need advice. They just need someone who listens with care. Another lesson I learned from friendship is about keeping promises. One day, I promised Lily that I would help her practice for a spelling competition. On the day we planned to study together, I felt very tired and wanted to skip our study session. But then, I remembered my promise. I thought about how disappointed Lily would feel if I did not show up. So, I went to her house as planned. We practiced spelling words for 1 hour. A week later, Lily won second place in the competition. She hugged me and said, "Thank you for keeping your promise, Peter." It really helped me. This experience taught me that keeping promises, even small ones, builds trust between friends. I also remember a rainy day when our school bus broke down on the way home. Everyone had to wait outside in the rain for almost 30 minutes. Some students started complaining and getting upset, but my friends and I decided to make the best of the situation. David started singing a funny song. Tom made jokes about the rain. Soon, everyone around us was laughing instead of complaining. Our teacher said, "You children have such a positive attitude." That day, I learned that friends can turn a difficult situation into a fun memory, just by staying positive together. As I think more about friendship, I realize that friends also help us understand our own feelings better. Sometimes, when I feel confused about a problem, I talk to my friends about it. They ask me questions that help me think more clearly. For example, when I was unsure about joining a new club at school, I talked to Anna about it. She asked me, "What do you enjoy doing? What makes you feel excited?" Her questions helped me realize that I truly wanted to join the art club. Because I love drawing with Sarah, friends can act like a mirror, helping us see our own thoughts and feelings more clearly. Friendship is also about celebrating small everyday moments, not just big events. Sometimes, my friends and I just sit together during recess and talk about simple things, like our favorite cartoons, our favorite food, or funny things that happened during class. These small conversations might seem unimportant, but they build a strong bond over time. I cherish these simple moments as much as the big celebrations. Like birthdays or trips, friendship is built from thousands of small moments, added together over many days and years. Tonight, before you fall asleep, think about the small moments you share with your own friends. Maybe it is a simple conversation during lunch. Maybe it is a quiet walk home together. Maybe it is just sitting quietly, enjoying each other's company. These small moments are precious. They build the foundation of a strong and lasting friendship. Friends also support each other during hard times. Last year, my grandmother was sick. I felt very sad and worried. I did not want to talk to anyone. But my friends noticed that I was different. They did not ask too many questions. They just stayed close to me. Tom sat with me during lunch, even though I did not talk much. Anna gave me a small note that said, "I am here for you." Jack invited me to play football, saying it might help me feel better. Lily gave me a warm hug. These small actions meant so much to me. I realized that friends do not need to say big words. Sometimes, just being there is enough. Friendship also means celebrating happy moments together. When I passed my exam with a good score, my friends were the first to congratulate me. Tom gave me a high five. Anna said, "I knew you could do it." Jack organized a small party at his house. We ate cake and played games. It was a simple celebration, but it made me feel loved and appreciated. True friends are happy when we succeed. They do not feel jealous. They celebrate with us, not against us. I also learned that a good friend is a good listener. Sometimes, I just want to talk about my day. I do not need advice. I just need someone to listen. Anna is very good at this. When I talk to her, she looks at me and nods. She does not interrupt. She waits until I finish talking. Then she says something kind. This makes me feel understood. Being a good listener is one of the most important qualities of a good friend. Friends also teach us to be better people. Before I met my friends, I was sometimes selfish. I did not like sharing my toys or snacks. But watching my friends share with me, I learned to share too. Now, when I have extra snacks, I always give some to my friends. When I have a toy that others want to play with, I let them play too. My friends taught me the value of sharing and caring for others. Trust is another important part of friendship. I trust my friends with my secrets. If I tell Tom something private, he keeps it to himself. He does not tell other people. This makes me feel safe. Trust takes time to build, but it can break quickly if someone tells a secret to others. That is why I am careful about choosing friends. I choose people who are honest and trustworthy. Sometimes, I think about what makes someone a true friend. A true friend is not just someone who is fun to play with. A true friend is someone who stays with you during good times and bad times. A true friend tells you the truth, even if it is hard to hear. A true friend forgives you when you make mistakes. A true friend celebrates your success without jealousy. A true friend listens to you without judging you. These are the qualities I look for in my friends. And these are the qualities I try to have myself. Friendship is also about small daily actions. It is not always about big events like parties or trips. Sometimes, friendship is about small things, like sharing a pencil, helping with homework, or simply saying, "Good morning," with a smile. These small actions build strong friendships over time. I try to do small kind things for my friends every day. I say nice words to them. I help them when they need it. I listen when they want to talk. These small actions make our friendship stronger every day. I also believe that we should be a good friend to ourselves first. Sometimes, people are very kind to their friends but very hard on themselves. I try to remember that I should treat myself with kindness too. If I make a mistake, I forgive myself, just like I forgive my friends. If I feel tired, I rest, just like I would tell a tired friend to rest. Being a good friend to yourself helps you become a better friend to others. As I grow older, I understand that friendships can change. Some friends move to different schools or different cities. Some friends grow apart because their interests change. This can feel sad, but it is a normal part of life. I try not to be too sad about this. Instead, I feel thankful for the time we spent together. I keep good memories in my heart. And I stay open to making new friends too. Every new friend brings new stories, new laughter, and new lessons. In the future, I hope to keep in touch with my friends, even if we live in different places. Technology today makes it easier to stay connected. We can send messages, make video calls, or share photos online. Even if we cannot meet every day, we can still support each other from far away. Friendship does not need to end just because of distance. True friendship can survive time and distance if both people care about each other. To all the listeners tonight, I want to remind you that friends are a gift in our lives. We should treasure our friends. We should be kind, honest, and caring towards them. We should listen to them, support them, and celebrate with them. And most importantly, we should also try to be a good friend ourselves. Because friendship is not just about receiving kindness. It is also about giving kindness. Friendship teaches us many life lessons. It teaches us patience, because sometimes our friends make mistakes, and we need to be patient with them. It teaches us forgiveness, because nobody is perfect, and we all need forgiveness sometimes. It teaches us empathy, because a good friend tries to understand how another person feels. It teaches us generosity, because sharing with friends makes both people happy. And it teaches us loyalty, because true friends stay by our side no matter what happens. I feel very lucky to have friends like Tom, Anna, Jack, Lily, David, and Michael. Each of them has taught me something different. Tom taught me about trust and loyalty. Anna taught me about kindness and patience. Jack taught me about bravery and protection. Lily taught me about care and attention to small details. David taught me about sharing skills and patience while learning something new. Michael taught me that a simple hello can change someone's life. As you listen to this story tonight, think about your own friends. Think about the people who make you smile, the people who help you when you need it, and the people who stay by your side through good times and bad times. Feel thankful for them, and if you can, tomorrow, send a kind message to a friend, or do something nice for them. It does not need to be big. Even a small action, like saying, "Thank you," or "I appreciate you," can make someone's day better. Now, as you continue to relax and drift into a peaceful sleep, think about calm and happy moments with your friends. Picture a sunny day at the park, laughing with someone you love. Picture a quiet evening, sitting with a friend, sharing stories, Let these peaceful thoughts carry you into a deep and comfortable sleep. Thank you so much for listening to today's story about my friends. I hope you enjoyed learning some new English words while relaxing and getting ready for sleep. If you liked this video, please subscribe to our channel, Sleep English, so you do not miss our next story. We upload new videos regularly, and each one will help you learn English while you sleep. I encourage you to spend 30 minutes every day listening to English. Just like this, over time, you will notice that your listening skills improve. You will understand more words. You will feel more comfortable with the English language. Learning while sleeping is a gentle and easy way to improve, without stress and without pressure. Thank you again for spending this time with me tonight. I hope you have a peaceful and restful sleep. Sweet dreams, everyone. See you again in our next video. Good night.